just me. The fellas that I meet, no other motherfucker than me. Never judge a man by the cover of his skin. Only treat a man by the contents within. Some will change man when they gone off their gin. Let them sober up, then they sorry to the end. Sorry won't win, cause a fake I can't defend. Done your time in the Halls County Jail and the pen. It's kinda hard to keep away from my kids again. It's Russian roulette when you follow the leader. I don't wanna be getting fed, I wanna be the fucking feeder. It's poison out here and these cats will cheat ya. Befriend you like a friend, but a foe and a creature. Get you before you get me, it was nice to meet you. What you get for thinking that a student can teach?
So, I was running my transfers last night. And on the way back, I noticed that it was some police activity. But my folks had already told me that it was some police activity in the town. Some major activity. Well, I guess an individual had a domestic dispute, ended up crashing into the police, fleeing the scene. Police chased him, and then touchdown. They caught up to him, but tragic event happened. He crashed. The individual that was fleeing crashed into a couple, and the girl was pregnant and her boyfriend, and instantly killed the people. And this was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday morning. Well, it was yesterday night, but it went off into it ran over into the wee hours. And I was coming through that area at the time. And yeah, what a tragic scene, what a tragic situation. Condolences to the family. Pomona, California. Fly Guy Trucker Boy. Check it out.
Breaking crash claims the life of a pregnant woman and her boyfriend when a suspect fleeing from police slammed into their car.
Tonight, their devastated families are remembering the couple who was just weeks away from welcoming a new baby into their lives. KTLA's Shelby Nelson live in Pomona with their tragic story. Shelby?
Micah, Sandy, both difficult and extremely tragic of a story. Now, we're just steps away from a memorial where several people have arrived to pay their respects and visit. You've got two grieving families who say this young couple was ready to be parents. They had their bags packed for the hospital, car seat in their vehicle, but they were robbed of parenthood.
We just had our baby shower, and she was so happy and excited.
It was a time to celebrate as 25-year-old Jennifer Louetta Zarco and her boyfriend Mark Trejo were expecting their first child together.
My mom and my sister.
Jenny, as family called her, was the youngest of four sisters. She loved her nieces and nephews dearly and was excited for a child of her own, due this month, April 20th.
Even when she found out it was a boy, she was so happy. She really wanted a boy.
Jenny and Mark had named their son Elliot.
He was so excited. He's like a big soccer fan. So he was hoping he was getting a soccer player too.
But it's this Pomona intersection, just a few minutes from Jenny's home, where they were killed by a reckless driver fleeing police Wednesday night. Police officers had responded to 2 calls of domestic violence on East 10th Street, which involved the same suspect, 31-year-old Marshall Judson. When officers responded a second time, the suspect wasn't there, but as officers talked to the victim, Judson showed up and allegedly struck a parked patrol vehicle before then leading police on a pursuit down Gary Avenue, part of what you see in this surveillance video. Judson, who authorities say was driving without a valid license, is accused of crashing into Mark and Jennifer's vehicle, killing them and their unborn child.
I just can't imagine what she was feeling or going through.
Officers say they located a gun inside Judson's truck. He was arrested and booked on several charges, including vehicular manslaughter and assault with a deadly weapon on a peace officer. Mark and Jenny's family setting up a small memorial and creating a GoFundMe account to help with funeral expenses for the family of 3.
I think she would have definitely did a cool job. And it's sad that we don't get to see that. We didn't even get to meet the baby. But I know that she would definitely be the best mom that she could be.
Now, these sisters are hoping that different precautions can be taken in the future to prevent deadly pursuits like this one. Judson's bail is set at $4 million, and he is scheduled to be in court on Monday. As for that GoFundMe page, we will have that on our website, ktla.com.
No, usually we would say, stop the pursuit due to the danger that it causes to those around. But in the case of this young dude having a pistol, a gun in his vehicle, and then the police just arrived to the house in which they had a phone call saying that he was over there tripping, a domestic dispute. They might have saved that person's life. And then having to chase him down because they know he's armed and dangerous and he out there tripping. I don't know, maybe he was on drugs, alcohol, who knows? I don't believe they said, but and then they save one life and then they chasing after him so he don't cause no destruction. Or maybe he would have went back to that same house he came from and flipped out. They don't know. But they saved one life, and then they chase this dude down, and he takes 3 other lives. A pregnant woman, a young man, and his child's mother. Yeah. I was there on the scene, and that car, it was ugly. My condolences, but yeah, that's crazy, man. It's something. For some reason, it's a lot of chases in California. I mean, there's chases everywhere, but I noticed that California, we have a lot of high pursuit, excuse my French, a lot of high pursuit chases in California area, especially Los Angeles, the greater Los Angeles area. A lot of chases. We got to figure it out. Maybe they could have found a way to call it off. They already knew who the dude was. I don't know. You tell me, Fly Guy Trucker Boy TV. Dig that.
Fly Guy Trucker Boy.